How's it going, Halloween fans? I have a question. Did you think Halloween 2 from 1981 was a good finale? Because it's supposed to be the last Halloween movie at the time, at least the last one with Michael Myers. Now take your answer to that and tell me, based off of everything you know about Halloween Ends so far, if you think Halloween Ends will be or can be a better finale to this storyline than Halloween 2 was at that time. Now I've given some thought to this and I want to tell you my opinion on it and reasons why I think it might be or it might not be. Now first of all, Laurie Strode is going to be in both movies, and that's important because that makes him comparable. Also, Dr. Loomis was in Halloween 2, and we don't know if he's going to be in Halloween Ends yet. I hope so. Watch for a video I make about that where I talk about if Dr. Loomis should return or not. But as of now, we don't know if he's going to be in there. Now, obviously, if he's in there, it's going to be in some other way, but he's not alive in this storyline. But they can put him in there. Also, will there be a Dr. Loomis character? Somebody that, is kind of the mediator between Laurie and Michael? Or is it just going to be a Michael and Laurie fight? Just a straight up, only those two? That's one of my questions. Will somebody fill the place of Dr. Loomis in this movie? Because honestly, in Halloween 2, Dr. Loomis was perfect. It basically almost perfect. And I don't know if they can have someone like that again. He did a great job in that movie. He played a big part in the ending. He helped Laurie defeat Michael and then sacrificed himself to die. Now in Halloween 4, he's alive, but at the time, we're just gonna end it right there. He died with Michael. It was a great ending. He sacrificed himself for the good of, getting rid of Michael. I don't know if there will be somebody with as much passion like that. But maybe Laurie Strode will be that person because in this trilogy and in some of the trailers and TV spots, she makes it sound like she needs to end Michael Myers. And in Halloween 2, she didn't necessarily have that feeling. She just wanted to get away from him. And she did end up killing him. So she hasn't done that yet in this trilogy, but maybe she will in Halloween Ends. We'll see. Now, in Halloween 2, there was a distraction. It's a small part of the movie, but and it doesn't take away from the movie. I actually like it in a way. But the whole Ben Tramer situation where they saw somebody running around in a mask similar to Michael Myers, and the police went after him and crashed into him, or it was an accident, but somebody ran into him and he got blowed the fuck up in in a big fire when the cars crashed. But it was actually Ben Tramer. It wasn't Michael Myers, so it was a distraction. It caused police resources to go right there, and then meanwhile Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis and everybody else went to the hospital, and that's what gave us that creepy, eerie, amazing hospital scene and setting for Halloween 2, which makes it, in my opinion, probably the scariest Halloween movie so far. I love it. But that set the scene because it was only Laurie, Loomis, and Michael. But in Halloween Ends, they don't have Loomis. So are they going to try to replace him? Or are they going to do a good job with him not being there? I hope that they're going to replace him in some way. I hope that he'll be involved in the movie because they have the actors that, are a spitting image of him, and they have another actor that can sound exactly like him for the voice. So I really think they can do it, and I hope that they will in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's something like Randy in Scream 3, where there's just a video of him that he made before. He needs to be involved in some way. Or maybe it could be like Pamela Voorhees, where she just talks to Jason, even though she's not alive. So maybe Dr. Loomis can talk to Michael or something like that. That would be really cool. Now, so far, this trilogy has really good atmosphere compared to some other Halloween movies. And so I have high hopes for Halloween Ends, especially because it sounds like they're trying to make it a more atmospheric, dramatic, scary film compared to the other two movies in the trilogy. So I have high hopes for that. And it's hard to top Halloween 2 because it has a ton of atmosphere. It's very creepy. It's very eerie. That empty hospital. I have no idea why it's empty, but that empty hospital is so scary. It's perfect. Now, probably my biggest worry about whether Halloween Ends can be better than Halloween 2 and be a better finale is that I'm not sure that the finale and the ending from Halloween 2 can ever be topped in any Halloween movie. I think it's the perfect ending to a story of Michael Myers. He gets burned in a fire. Well, he gets shot in the face and then burned in a fire, and you get to see him just burning on the ground with his mask melting and everything as the movie ends. I think that is perfect. I don't think there's any way. He put up a good fight, and he was extremely scary during that fight. You know, like busting through um, the door and everything like that. It was perfect. It was amazing. I'm not sure they can top that ending, and so I'm pretty worried about it. I think they can do something really good, but can they top that? I think it was just a perfect fitting ending. It wasn't necessarily like surprising, or there was no twist or anything like that, but it was just like the perfect ending, and they already did it in 1981. So what can they do different? I don't know. I just have a bad feeling that they might try something too crazy that's gonna piss people off. Halloween 2 is perfect, but a lot of people get mad that Michael Myers dies at all, so I'm not sure. And in Halloween 4, they brought him back and he survived it all, but just taking Halloween 1 and 2 like John Carpenter wanted it, you have a perfect ending to that night of terror that started in Halloween 78. And Halloween 2 is a perfect companion to Halloween 78. You can watch them back to back and it feels like the same movie. It's great. They did an amazing job with that, even though it's 3 years later, even though they made it 3 years later. Now, with Halloween Ends, it was all supposed to be on the same night as the 2018 and Halloween Kills, and I wish they would have stuck with that, but they've changed it to where it's 4 years later. I'm not sure why they did that. I really don't know. But that makes me worried in terms of, how these movies are going to be able to be, viewed together. Maybe it's a good idea that they're doing it 4 years later because they could add some new ideas or something, but I'm not too hopeful about that. I'm a little bit worried that they're going to go too far, too extreme, and make it too different from the other two, that you're not gonna be able to watch it all together, especially because you're intended to be able to watch 78 and then 2018 and then Kills and then Ends. So we'll see how they do with that. I'm not really sure. They have a lot to live up to be honest. But I guess the good thing is that in Halloween 2 there was closure, and Michael Myers died. Not only did you know that he died, but he was dead. You saw his body just burn and melt away. That was a good ending. Also, Laurie survived, which at the time, you wanted her to survive because she's young. She barely got started. So, in this movie, Halloween Ends, honestly, I don't think too many fans care whether she dies or not at this point. She's been in so many movies. It's not that anybody hates her, it's just that if she dies and Michael lives, I think everybody will be fine. It's not that anybody hates her, it's just that if she dies and Michael lives, I don't think anyone will be that mad. I think that, she's been in so many movies. But if Michael dies and she lives, I think people will be a little bit more disappointed in that, but I don't think it'll be too bad either because she deserves it. She's been through everything, but to be honest, my gut feeling is that Laurie is not going to live no matter what. Whether Michael dies too or not, I don't know. But I don't think Laurie will live through Halloween Ends. But that's not a spoiler because I have no idea. It's just speculation. It's just my gut feeling based off of everything so far. But in Halloween 2, Laurie was a great character because she had an epic role in that movie. She played the Scream Queen perfectly. She was scared and hobbled and injured in that hospital, but she would always get away at the last moment. She was perfect, and she helped make that movie so scary because of how scared she was. When she's hiding in the car and Michael Myers is around, or I can't remember exactly what happens, but she hobbles over to the car and hides in it right below the glove box or something. Oh, it was so scary. I love that part. I love that movie. I love that atmosphere. It's so scary. It feels like there's nobody around. There's nobody to help. Michael's already killed everybody in the hospital. So there is no one to help until Dr. Loomis comes. And it was just an epic movie. They all did an amazing job. Laurie had an epic role. I think she'll have an epic role in Halloween Ends too. She's, basically the main focal point, so I don't see any problems happening with that, but I'm just not sure if they'll give her as good of an ending as in Halloween 2. And also because she doesn't seem as scared anymore. She seems like, I'm ready to fight back. And so somebody else is going to have to fill that place of being scared of Michael for us to be scared. We'll see if that happens, but she did a great job of it in Halloween 2. So, based off of everything right now, do I think Halloween Ends will be better than Halloween 2? Or at least be a better finale to a storyline? Honestly, no. I don't think so. I feel like Halloween 2 was a perfect ending. It's a perfect movie, I think. It's basically a perfect movie. I'm trying to think if there's anything I don't really like, and off the top of my head, I don't think there's anything I don't like. It's a perfect movie. It might be my favorite Halloween movie of all time. Now, I love 78, but the good thing is they feel like the same night. and so you can watch them back to back. But I feel like Halloween 2, someone in the comments said that Halloween 78 and Halloween 2 basically feel like two parts of the same movie, but Halloween 2 is the better half. And I pretty much agree with that. Halloween 78 kind of sets the night up, and it gets scary. You get a little bit of backstory so you know what's going on. But Halloween 2 just comes in for the kill and just provides an epic conclusion to that story. It's amazing, but it's also so scary. As scary and as atmospheric as 78 was, Halloween 2 might even top it. It is so good. My goodness. And it has just as many classic scenes as 78, like with Michael busting through the door, with Michael showing up through the shadows with the needle. It has just as many iconic scenes, I think, and I don't get why a lot of people don't like the movie. I think it's a great movie, and I don't understand why a lot of people kind of throw it away like, oh, Halloween 2 is whatever. If you don't like it as much as 78, I can respect that, but I just don't understand why, because to me it doesn't do anything that different from 78. It just adds more to it. It doesn't really get cheesy, it doesn't get stupid. It feels like the same movie, so I just don't know why people don't like it as much. People love Halloween 78 and they view it as the ultimate classic horror movie, basically. But yeah, Halloween 2, which is just as good, it's basically the same movie. It's just not even in the conversation for a lot of people. So I don't get that. For me, it's definitely up there. It's, at the very least, it's tied with 78 for me. So those are my thoughts on it. Let me know what you think. If you think that Halloween Ends will be better than Halloween 2, I really want to hear what you think about it. Get some ideas flowing. Are you excited for Halloween Ends? I know I'm getting excited. They keep releasing trailers and TV spots. Watch my videos on those if you haven't already. And anyway, subscribe if you want to stay up to date on all things Halloween. I love covering it. I'm trying to build some excitement around the movie for everybody. It should be a lot of fun. So anyway, subscribe if you want horror movie videos shoved through your fucking throat with a light bulb like Michael Myers. So anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, have a great day.